Hello guitar class, I'm back with another video lesson. This one's going to be a little different than the ones we've done in the past. Instead of working on a song, we're going to be working on a concept called a scale, and in particular the E pentatonic scale. Alright, we're going to get into a little bit of musical jargon here, but we won't blow your mind too much, I promise, okay? So first, a scale just refers to a collection of notes that we've deemed sound good together in between what's called an octave. And an octave means just the higher or lower version of the same note. In Western music, we divide that into 8 parts, hence octave. Okay, so for instance, this is an E, this is also an E. They're just in different octaves, okay? And one way we can divide that is called the pentatonic scale. And if you can use your brain a little bit and think, I wonder how many notes are in the pentatonic scale. Think of pentagon. There are 5 different notes in the pentatonic scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then it would start over at the octave. Okay? There's a pentatonic scale for you. So we're going to show you how to play that in what's called root position on the guitar. Okay? So it's a bit of a pattern that once you memorize, it'll stick with you pretty easily. Okay? So first we're going to start on the low E string and just play that open. Then you're going to go to the 3rd fret of the same string. Then you're going to go to the A string, open, and then 2nd fret. And then next string, D string, open, 2nd fret. Then the next string, G string, open, and 2nd fret. And then we go to the B string, open, to the 3rd fret, and then to the high E string, open, 3rd fret. Okay, so let me go over that with you one more time. We got open, 3rd fret, open, 2nd fret, open, 2nd fret, open, 2nd fret, open, 3rd fret, open, 3rd fret. So we got O3, O2, 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 then O3, O3. And then you got the E pentatonic scale, okay? So I'm going to go through a couple of exercises if you'd like to play along with this. I'm just going to play each note of the pentatonic scale going upwards, and we're going to go 2 counts on each note. Okay, so if you'd like to play along, here we go. Starting on the low E string. 1, 2, 3, and go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? And now we're going to come back down, starting on the 3rd fret of the high E string and just making our way back down, okay? So here we go. Start on the 3rd fret of the high E string, making our way back down. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? That's the E pentatonic scale. Let's try it one more time in what we call quarter notes now. 1 count on each note. Let's give it a try. Going up, and then we'll stop, and then we'll go back down. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. Okay? And now we'll go back down. 1, 2, ready, go. Okay, now we're going to talk about a couple other concepts that we can try to work on as you work on the pentatonic scale. One of those is called hammer-ons, and all that is you're going to play a note, and then without picking the note again, you're just going to hammer on your finger to the next fret. So for instance, if you're going to play the first 2 notes of the pentatonic scale, you're going to pick the first note and then just press down the 3rd fret with your finger without picking it. Now, if you do this slowly, it's not going to sound as loud as the first note. But as you increase the speed, you can kind of hear that note speak more, okay? So you can do that going up the whole scale. Okay? In fact, we're going to do a little exercise with that now. And we're going to go one count on each note, and just to show you how these hammer-ons would work. So if you can kind of play along, feel free. Okay, so here we go. Hammer-ons going up the scale. Here we go. 1, 2, here we go. Okay, now if those notes didn't speak for you the first couple times, that's okay and that's normal, especially on an acoustic guitar. But it's more about getting that muscle memory to happen, and as you increase the speed, it will speak better and build up those calluses, okay? We're going to talk about another thing called pull-offs, going down, all right? Pull-offs are just basically the opposite of hammer-ons. You're going to start with your finger on a fret, pick that note, and then without picking the note again, you're going to lift the finger off. And there's a little bit of a pull motion to get that, to sort of substitute your finger for the pick. Okay, so I'm picking the note, and then we'll let it go. And we can do that going down the scale. Okay, so let's do that slowly, one count on each note. Here we go, let's give it a try. Likewise as before, if the second note doesn't sound as well, don't freak out about it, just getting used to the motion of it, and as we increase the speed, it'll get more and more clear. Okay, so let's try it. Here we go. 1, 2, going down, and all right, and you can hear that some of mine spoke better than others too. All right, that's part of it. Okay, but now we've got hammer-ons and we got pull-offs. And now we're going to talk about one other concept that we can use the scale for before we end this video. What scales are often used for is to create melodies, and a skill that a lot of musicians need to have is called improvisation, which is basically you're making up a solo without any sheet music in front of you. You just get a parameter like a scale, and you're creating stuff in real time, composing as the song is happening in real time, which is pretty cool and kind of a scary concept at first, but I want to kind of demonstrate a little bit of that for you using this scale. Okay, I've got a backing track here that's going to play behind me. I'm going to have a link to that in the description of the video below if you'd like to try it on your own and explore that. And I'm just going to start with the bottom 2 strings of the guitar, just playing notes from the pentatonic scale and seeing what I can come up with. Okay, it doesn't have to be fancy, it doesn't have to be fast, just give it a try, and then as it goes on you can explore some of the other notes as we go, and before long you might even find yourself having a little fun with this. Okay, and this is a perfect time to do it when you're trapped inside your house and nothing else to do, and you can pretend you're in a rock and roll band and just playing a solo. The pentatonic scale is used very often in blues, and so this particular play along is in a blues style. All right, so I'm going to give you a little bit of an example. I'm just going to be using the bottom 2 strings, and then I will start to expand that a little bit to kind of show you what the possibilities are. Okay, so here we go. Get the backing track going. Here we go. Just the bottom 2 strings. And then I'm going to use some more of the strings. You can do some hammer-ons. Pull-offs. And that's just getting started, man. It doesn't have to be fancy, like I said, and you're going to find a lot of things that don't sound good before you find stuff that does. But if you find something that does sound good, play it again. And I hope you have a good time trying to improvise a little bit and being creative during quarantine. All right, I hope you guys are doing well. I hope I get to see you in person soon. Take care.